Welcome everybody to this tutorial. Here I will teach you how to use zhire and zterm. Before I do so, I would like to introduce the products to you first and go over some of the requirements for these products, the sort of environments in which they will run. So first off, zhire and zterm allow you to automate pretty much all the repetitive tasks that you would need to do when creating new users in Active Directory on Windows or creating new users on Exchange, Office 365, doesn't really matter. Most of those services are supported. All the automation, all the repetitive tasks that you would normally need to do will be automated with these two tools, which is very useful in terms of time saving, and quite frankly it saves up on your nerves as well, as it can be quite frustrating to do the same task over and over again on pretty much all of your different servers and services. So if we, oops, it's not here, let's go to customer support. On this website, www.zochno.com, you can download zhire and zterm. Before we do, let's have a look at the administration guides. Let's take a look at the one for zhire. Zhire will add users and zterm will actually deactivate users. Down below the introduction, we have requirements, and below the requirements, we have supported environment. Here you go, supported environments. Let me just zoom in this a bit further, and let's go over the requirements. So these are the system requirements that are necessary. These are the sort of operating systems for which these two products were meant. You have Windows 7, have Windows Server 2008, 2008 R2, and Windows Server 2012. They need to be domain joined, and they need to have .NET 3.5 and 4.0 installed. Keep that in mind. Down below, we can go ahead and skip this part, permission requirements, because I will demonstrate in depth how to use both of those tools with clear examples demonstrating a great deal of options within those two programs. So you will, by the end of this tutorial, be proficient to the point of extreme with these two tools, as they are rather simple but very powerful. Down below, you have supported environments. Active Directory, all versions, Exchange 2007, 2010, 2013. Down below you have Lynch 2010, 2013, both standard and enterprise versions, Salesforce Cloud, Office 365 Cloud as well, which is rather popular lately. Anyway, we no longer need any of these things. Let's just briefly deal with templates here. You will be able to create templates. I will show you how to do that, no worries, that you will be able to reuse when creating users on your other servers as well. So that's very convenient in terms of time saving, and not only to create users, but you can also delete them in the same fashion, deactivate them, that is, in the same fashion. So let's just go back up to the top. Go ahead and click on this logo to bring me back to home. I'm going to zoom out, and they are offering free trial here, so you can download it. It's a 90-day free trial. You would be surprised at the speed of download. Now, I don't have the fastest of internet out there. It's not very fast. I think it's 5 megabits download, 1 megabit upload, something of a kind. I'm not sure. It varies from time to time. It took me less than a second to actually download both of these tools zipped. Amazing. I'm usually one of the people who would start up a download and then open up and watch something on YouTube, which basically doubles the time of my download. Strange logic, I know, but hey, we can't all function the same way. Let's just go ahead and click on Start Your Free Trial in the upper right corner. Now we have the Download Now option. Download free trial now. And look at this. As soon as I click on it, it's gonna prompt me, it's gonna give me a prompt, save file, okay, done. Quite literally done. There you go. Zochno tools, underline x64. It's a zipped file, so you will need to unzip it. can use any of the tools out there. Feel free to use whatever is convenient for you. I think I've used 7-zip or something of a kind to unpack it, but you won't have any difficulties there of whatever. Also, on the free trial site, I'm gonna zoom in now. Down below, you have features included, so you can take a look at the features that are included within these two products. But you don't have to worry about it now, primarily because I will teach you pretty much how to use them, and you will get acquainted in great detail with all the features that are available within these two programs. Anyway, I have set up my virtual environment here. Oops, this is my outline. What shall we do? This is video rendering. Where is it? Ah, there we go. VirtualBox. Anyway, I have set up a domain controller and Active Directory there, which is Windows 7 Service Pack 2 domain controller. I've just named the domain controller. You can name the machine's name can be whatever you want. And I have Windows 8.1 running. So let's open up Windows 8.1 and just to show you that the main controller is running as well. You see it is there. I can go ahead and log in. I use these awesome passwords, which are purely amazing for these virtual machines because the password policies on these servers, but it doesn't really matter. These machines will be deleted as soon as the tutorial is done because I've primarily set up this environment for teaching purposes and demonstrative purposes. Okay, so this is my user down there, which is John Doe. I have placed the initials JD. I know that the name is quite original. Feel free to compliment me on that, but we're going to go ahead and jump into our Windows 8.1 machine. Here I am logged in to that domain. Well, I'm going to go ahead. Let me just show it to you. John Doe, sign out. Signing out. Come on, some speed would be nice. If I click on John Doe, you can see that John at internal.example.com, that is the domain where I am logging to. So let's go ahead and type in password. Is it that? No. Oh, amazing. Okay, logging me in. Thank you very much. Now, this folder that you see on the one that I'm moving across the screen, I want to say in the center, but it's not really in the center. I'm moving it around. It says Zohno Tools. This is the folder that you will get upon unzipping the zipped version that you've downloaded from the net, upon unpackaging it. Let's go ahead and open up this folder. And at this point of time, you must think, oh well, it's a very small download. I imagine once we actually start the program, we're going to have to download a lot of stuff and go through some complex configuration or something of a kind. No, absolutely not. Let me just do away with those bad ideas. Do away with them. Because all you need to do is open up this folder and it says zhire and zterm. Double click on zhire, which is the one that you need for the user creation. And then there is this blue and green icon. All you need to do is double click on it. And I bet you were expecting an installation wizard there or something of a kind, but no, you just run it. That's it. Nothing else you need to do. Here it is. Just expand it across the screen. It is up and running. It is completely flawless as far as I can see. And there's no need for any complex configuration, for any installations, for any time delays or anything of a kind. The more I use this tool, the more I realize that it is following a certain logic, that it is following it religiously would be wouldn't be an overkill to say, because well, every portion of this tool is designed to save you time. You don't need to install it. It's a fast download. You just click on it. You can immediately use it, and it pretty much automates all of your repetitive tasks. Therefore, it does save a great deal of time. On the website, you can find in the official description, it says that it can save up to 600% of your time that would normally take to actually create these sort of setups with users on different servers and so on. So This is the interface that you will get to know. This is my working environment. Here I will show you how to use this tool, how to actually create templates, which you can use in order to create user scores of users on across the board, across all of your servers. For example, for Active Directory and Exchange, uh, I mean, for mailbox and Active Directory account, you're most likely going to need the same users within the same company, because everybody's going to need a mail and everybody's going to need an account somewhere in the Active Directory to use for work. So it can be a tedious work typing in the same things twice, thrice, especially when you have over 100 users. In the bigger companies, maybe 1,000 to 10,000 users, something of a kind. Now imagine doing the work twice over, literally typing in pretty much the same information. Not something you want to do. It can be tedious, it can be frustrating, and it can be a strain on your nerves, uh, time consuming to the point of extreme. This is where Z-Hire comes in, and Z-Term, they basically preserve your nerves, they save your time, and they make your life easier in general. Anyway, we will go ahead and continue now and see how this interface can be used to create users across the board on pretty much all of these services, and we will proceed on with some demonstrations.